Hello and welcome to episode 161 of the Pixel Street Podcast. If you didn't know, this is the podcast where me and John, we get together and, we talk about all that nerd shit that you love so much. Right, John?
Yeah, that specific nerd shit.
Yeah, that very, very specific nerd shit that you may or may not like. But we're here.
You either love it or you hate it.
And honestly, if you're listening to this, you don't hate it. You know what I
No,
mean?
you don't. You
But you also
tolerate
don't love it. Yeah, you also don't love it.
Yeah. So actually,
Um,
no, you don't love it and you don't hate it.
it exists, and you're here
Yeah, that's
listening
fair.
to these two fucking nerds talk about it. But
Yep.
yeah, this week we're going to be talking about a potential Twisted Metal reboot and who we would want to see making that. There's some PS Plus games coming next week with the beginning of October, along with some games with gold. We'll go through those. A Netflix video game studio acquisition has happened, and there was a teaser of the Last of Us TV show, and we're going to talk about that as well. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street Pod or at Pixel Street. Sorry.
Just Pixel Street.
Yeah, I get it confused sometimes.
Been that way for a while.
Yeah, but we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks, so. But yeah, follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street, and you can check out our pin tweet there for invites to our Discord. Which, if you're looking to play the Halo test flight this weekend with Big Team Battle, definitely join our Discord because me and John are going to be all over it all weekend. So if you couldn't tell from John's background and these two fucking Master Chief things behind me, then yeah, we're going to be all over that this weekend.
We'll probably talk about the last weekend a little bit in our what we've been playing section as well.
So yeah, join the sorry, my dog's being weird. Join the Discord and hit us up if you want to play with us. I think we have a few extra codes floating around too to get into the test flight if you don't have it already, which I think everybody can get it on their Xbox pretty quickly. But if you want to play on Steam, hit us up. We'll have some codes for that.
Oddly enough, I never got an email to send out friend codes.
Huh. I wonder if they only sent it to people that were in like the first flight. Maybe. Were you in the first one? I don't know.
Nope. I only made it to the second one.
Regardless. Also, go check out our YouTube channel. We are steadily, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see our channel here, which is weird that I'm telling you to go. But either way, youtube.com/Pixel Street Videos. You can see all of the videos we're posting. Yesterday, John posted a video about his favorite N64 games in honor of the 25-year anniversary of the N64, which is pretty cool. Definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
I had to comment on that video, John. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. What'd you comment?
So I commented on it that if Diddy Kong Racing comes to Nintendo Switch Online thing, which is kind of rumored right now, you better be ready to throw down because that's my fucking jam.
Dude, there's already online play with N64 games on Switch. I'm throwing down with anyone who wants to throw down in any game. I don't even care.
Yeah. Oh, my fiance just got home. That's why my dog's freaking. But yeah, also today we posted a Let's Play of Hot Wheels Unleashed, which we got a code early for. And yeah, that's a fun-ass game. We'll talk about that in a bit too, I'm sure. Along with that, there's going to be unboxings this fall. But that's neither here nor there. John, let's talk about some news, man.
Let's talk about some...
Destruction All-Stars, huh? That was a game.
Some disappointing rumors. So there's some rumors floating around now that the Twisted Metal reboot that is set to come out in 2023 alongside the Twisted Metal show that they're making. Rumors that Lucid, the team that developed Destruction All-Stars, is in the early goings of developing that game. And man, I cannot tell you how much that disappoints me. Because wow, did I not like Destruction All-Stars. It was lame, it was boring, it was the complete opposite of what a Twisted Metal game should be. Now granted, they could get a lot more interesting things going with Twisted Metal, but if it's anything like Destruction All-Stars, they have destroyed all hope I had for this revival.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I hated Destruction All Stars just as much as everybody else who played it, all right? But I could see them having a good foundation to make a Twisted Metal game. Like if they take some of the criticisms that people had for Destruction All Stars and incorporated that into a Twisted Metal game, I could see that being pretty good.
Yeah, I guess. Man, I'm still kind of bummed that we're getting a reboot and not remakes of the original games, but whatever. I'll come to terms with that sooner or later. It's just, man, this just isn't the news I was hoping for. I kind of saw it coming because it makes sense with the vehicular combat, I guess, that Destruction All Stars had. But
Yeah.
man, I don't know. This doesn't really fill me up with a lot of joy. But so I grabbed the show notes just before we started, and I'm trying to think of who I would rather have develop this, and it's kind of tough thinking of who I
Well,
would rather
maybe
have.
Blue Point if they were doing remakes, right?
I mean, yeah, that would be amazing. I would be
Yeah.
100% down for that. But uh, we'll get into a little news with them later too. But if it's Lucid, I mean, I guess is Lucid a part of PlayStation Studios? Like, are they an official PlayStation team? I don't know them
I
outside of
don't know.
Destruction All Star.
See, Lucid
Let's
Games, headquarters
uh,
Liverpool, England. Number of
it
employees 150.
the
Whoa.
studio's most known for developing Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions and Destruction All Stars. So no, they're a smaller team, not owned by PlayStation.
But I guarantee you if Destruction All Stars was good, they would have been owned by PlayStation by now.
Yeah, probably. Ah, man, I'm not just not a fan of that rumor. But hey, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I've been doing this a lot lately, where most rumors and stuff like this, I'm just not buying into anymore. I'm just kind of like, show me what you have to show me, and then I'll be happy. But this one, kind of a gut punch. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I feel like Lucid has potential, like I was saying, to make the game. So like just
Yeah,
show
they
me what
could.
like you said, show me what you have and then like we'll go from there, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, if
yeah.
Sony's trusting them enough to make this game, then you have to trust Sony, right? Like they wouldn't
No, I don't have
why
to.
I mean like they're not going to revive like such a loved IP like that and have it be terrible. You'd have to imagine.
I don't know. That kind of stuff has happened before. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm hesitant until I see something from them that makes me excited. And we're gonna have to wait a few years for that because the show isn't coming out until what 2023, I think, right?
I
I
don't
believe.
remember.
I will look it up quick. I believe it's 2023. They want this game to release alongside that. The rumor also says they're just starting, like they're in very early production. So if it is uh 2023 that game's coming out, that's going to be a really small game like Destruction All Stars was, which also
Yeah.
does not make me feel any better whatsoever, because Twisted Metal deserves the time
Nope.
and commitment. I'm not seeing any.
I'm trying to turn up my light, but actually I'm turning it down.
Oh, I'm not seeing any planned release for it. I guess they haven't actually officially announced the show, have they? Or did they? I don't
They
remember.
announced that somebody was cast, right? As Sweet
They
Tooth?
did. Anthony Mackie. That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, it is officially announced. Okay. I'm not seeing a release date. I want to say I saw a rumor that it was 2023, which for a show that makes sense. Usually
But
it's not that long that we wait for shows, right? Be like a
yeah,
year.
exactly. But also you have to imagine that they're not going to release the show without a game in near proximity.
And that's the point of them getting this. So yeah, again, 2 years to make this game. That's not what I want out of Twisted Metal. I don't want a tiny game. I want a dedicated game with a bunch of huge arenas and environments that I can destroy. Like that's what I want out of Twisted Metal. I just don't see that coming from Lucid.
Yeah, not if it's coming out in 2 years,
And
right?
not in 2 years, no. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they prove me wrong. I really, really hope they prove me wrong. I'm just
I mean,
that's all I
especially because
got.
the past few state of plays, like, we've been saying, like, "Show us Twisted Metal, show us Twisted Metal," and the fact that
Mhm.
we're just now, like, finding out, like,
They're just now
okay,
starting.
they might be
Yeah.
starting a Twisted Metal, like, oh, man,
Yeah.
that's
If it is
unfortunate.
in 2 years, hopefully it's they get another team to help them with it, because I think Lucid is a smaller team by the looks of it.
It says 150 people on
That's yeah.
Wikipedia.
Okay, that's a decent size. It's not I wouldn't say it's large, I wouldn't say it's small either. Um, yeah, cool. Whatever. If we wanna really, quick jump off into another mainline story that I forgot to include in here, since I just talked about, development teams teaming up with each other, we could talk about the, Perfect Dark news,
I oh,
that
which
Crystal Dynamics is helping the initiative.
I'm not a fan of that.
I actually am.
Like,
So, okay,
that
if anyone doesn't
in
know,
my mind go
real
ahead.
quick, hold on. And if anyone doesn't know, in the last week, the initiative Twitter just out of nowhere put up a thing. Hey, Perfect Dark update. Crystal Dynamics is helping the initiative on it. They just kind of threw it out there. They wanted it to just kind of go away because of uh, reactions like Joel is having, where he's not a fan of it. It doesn't look good on the team. I
It
100% am
doesn't.
with you there. Um, yeah, it doesn't look good for this team that Xbox has built up to be their quadruple A studio, the one that's supposed to combat Sony on their like big time narrative game and everything. So Perfect Dark is going to be a first person shooter like it has in the past, but there's going to be just it's supposed to be a lot more to it. But the past few years, all we've heard out of the initiative is that they're staffing up, getting all these big time names from around the gaming development industry. But now Crystal Dynamics is coming in, the same guys that make the Avengers and the Tomb Raider games. And not so much the Avengers, but the Tomb Raider games is what gives me hope. Because single player story focused adventure games like that seems to be Crystal Dynamics bread and butter. What they did with the Avengers, I enjoyed it. I in the past I've said I like that game and everything, but that's just not where they excel. They don't excel in the multiplayer games. So bringing this team over to help the initiative build up the world, we don't know in what capacity they're helping with them. It could just be environments. It could be who knows what they're actually working on. But I'm optimistic. Of course, same thing with Lucid. Show me what you got when you can show me something, then I'll make a real decision there. But I think this really helps. This also tells me that Perfect Dark is still years and years away.
Oh,
Like I'm
yeah.
guessing 2024 at the earliest.
Yeah.
Like without them, it seems like this game could have been like a 2025, 2026 game. Like we it's gonna be a long time coming by the sounds of things. But yeah, let me
Yeah.
know. You go ahead and take the floor. What is it that you don't
I
like about this?
I don't what I don't like is it's just worrying. Like you said, like, they're building the initiative up to be, like, their huge quadruple A studio, and, like, they start development of their very first game, and they're like, "Oh, wait, we need help. Oh,
Hmm.
mommy, daddy, buy us help."
Well, that's the thing. It's not. It wasn't really that. The head of the initiative is from Crystal Dynamics, so he's just like, okay, I'll make a call and get some friends over. That's what it sounds like to me, anyway. Obviously, we don't know what problems they're having right now. It might just be that they want to speed things up, but at the moment, we just don't know. Like they were so hush hush about it. Like, hey, this is happening. Nothing else has been said about it. Like that for as upfront as Xbox has been lately about their goals and everything, Phil Spencer just came out and said, "Yeah, every day we're working on expanding our Japanese market and everything. We want to bring more Japanese games everywhere." That kind of stuff that they've been doing lately, they're just not doing with the initiative at all. Like all we get out of the initiative since they announced that it's opening is certain hires, and that's it. Well,
It's weird.
we got the announcement trailer, but we haven't heard
Yeah.
anything from the initiative. They are so gun ho on keeping it secretive, every little thing about it. Like it just this, like, oh yeah, Crystal Dynamics is working on it. Okay, I wish I knew something else about this game. It's it's getting to the point where I'm kind of getting annoyed with the initiative because I'm so excited for it. Like I'm not the biggest Perfect Dark fan. I wanted them to do something new, but I know this is still exciting. Like how much they're building this up to be their next big thing, but they just keep saying, "Yeah, it's coming." Like, and this is just a thing that's this is Xbox's problem now. In the past, it's been Xbox has no games. Well, for the last 3, 4 years now, it's been, oh, the games are coming. They're coming. Oh, they're coming, guys.
I
We
mean,
promise.
we're starting to see them now finally though, right? With Halo
Yeah,
Infinite
yeah.
coming
Halo
out,
Infinite is the
Forza
big thing, and then
Horizon.
Starfield next year. Yeah,
Yeah.
Forza, you could throw that in there too. Yeah, no, we're at the beginning points of that. It's just with the initiative in particular. 343 Industries, even with the delay last year, they've been very upfront about their development. They've got the community blogs and everything
Yeah, every month posting
every
about it.
month. We're getting more and more stuff about Starfield. I saw Todd Howard came out and said there was like tons and tons of lines of dialogue and everything. There's just been nothing like that with
And it's that's
the
also
initiative.
concerning though, right? That's
I
also
don't think
concerning.
I don't think that's concerning. I just think they're just treating it. I just don't think they're treating it like they're treating their other projects. I think they are just so they want to just blow away the world with it that they want to keep everything they can secretive. I think that's where this is coming from.
I can't wait till this game bombs. It's just gonna
I
be
don't
so bad for no reason, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Well,
I don't
that's why
think
they
it
needed
can
help."
be. There is so much talent on that team from so many other areas. Like the biggest, most successful development studios around. Xbox is just taking talent from those guys and into the initiative. Like this isn't just rookies working on this game. This is tested talent here. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just frustrated. I want to know more.
Yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah.
honestly, we probably won't see anything for like at least next E3. At the very earliest, that's when we see
I
anything.
don't I'm saying 2 years until we see anything on Perfect Dark at
Yeah,
least.
it's weird.
Cuz next year I'm hoping cuz we got Redfall next year and Starfield. Those will be big things. I Fable's got to be getting close. Like
I think Fable's a
mm,
2023 game.
yeah, that'd be cool. But we also have Hellblade, Senua's Saga, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, that we haven't heard anything on in 2 years.
And we
We've
have
talked a
Gear
lot about
6 coming eventually, right?
yeah, that'll eventually come. Like there's just so many teams to hear from, but the initiative is just the big one that we want to hear from. And when all we hear is that another team is coming in to help them work on it, yeah, that's gonna cause a little panic. I'm not worried about it yet, but I can see why people are.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Let's move on, John.
Hmm.
Netflix has acquired the development team behind Oxenfree and After Party.
Yes, this is Night School Studios. I thought it was really funny because the guy from Night School Studios he was quoted something like, "Oh, as soon as they walked in, we knew that we wanted to join them." I'm like, "No, you knew once Netflix offered you a giant check with
Oh
all that
yeah.
money that you wanted to join them. Don't bullshit me here." I just thought that was really funny. But Night School Studios is awesome. I love Oxenfree. I've been very upfront
And
about that. That is an
I loved After
amazingly good
Party.
game. After Party is really good. Oxenfree is even better. You should definitely give Oxenfree a try. They are working on Oxenfree 2. They said that they still are going to work on it. I just don't know what this means for them going forward.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's weird seeing Netflix try and break into this market, right?
yeah, this is their first like game development acquisition. Like we're seeing these big time guys with a lot of money, Google, Amazon, trying to jump into here without making consoles. Like Amazon's got Luna and everything. Has that launched yet? By the way, I haven't heard anything on Luna.
I don't know if it's launched, but I know I always see like kind of funny like streaming Luna games with the Luna controllers. So maybe it's just like in beta for like press. I'm not entirely
I don't know.
sure.
I don't know either. Whatever. But Netflix, I mean, they've got some games out already, right? I know there was a Stranger Things season 3
Yeah,
game. Uh, so this kind of fits in line with that. It's an indie studio. They're, like I've said, they're proven talent. So I think they're still going to make good things, and I'm sure it's going to come everywhere. I just don't understand why Netflix would go out and acquire them unless they have future plans for more games in their franchises.
that they
But if
want
they're
to use this company for.
yeah, but why acquire them now when they're so focused on Oxenfree 2, which has nothing to do with Netflix whatsoever? It
I don't
the
know.
timing is just throwing me off here. I don't understand it. Uh, I don't like.
To be
Uh,
fair,
are there?
Netflix can pump money into this studio to where they
They
can hire a
can.
bunch of people and
They
start making a new
can.
game.
But if that was the case, why not just make your own studio
I don't know.
or
I
acquire a
mean,
bigger studio?
why does anybody acquire any studio, right? We don't really know.
But the thing here is, I, if PlayStation or Xbox were to say, "Hey, we acquired Night School Studios," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's awesome. That makes so much sense. Yeah, they're gonna bring it exclusively to their platform. They're gonna build up this team for future releases and everything." With Netflix, you're like, they don't really have a history of gaming. Like, it just doesn't make sense. They don't have their own platform to bring the exclusives to, unless they're gonna release video games on Netflix. Do they? I don't
No,
know.
they
I haven't
don't.
had Netflix in years. I have no idea what's on there anymore.
I mean, this is just Netflix trying to break into a different market. Honestly, that's all it is. And you don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe the devs of Oxenfree, maybe they're in some sort of financial trouble where like it just made sense for them to sell the company where it's at. Like we don't know the
I
financials of everything.
yeah, we don't. But would you go to Netflix for that?
If they were going to give you the most money, why not?
Well, what I'm saying here is this studio didn't go out and contact Netflix. Netflix had to have contacted them. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
probably.
So
So I mean, and you like
that makes me
I guarantee you Xbox has contacted them about picking them up as well, especially after After Party came out.
yeah. But if you needed money, you would go to Xbox then, right?
I mean, you can go wherever you want. It's a free world, John.
But Joel, you're a
It's
video
a
game
free world.
company. I get it. I get it. But if you're a video game company, why would you go to the company that's only known for streaming movies and TV shows?
To break into the new market, man, because you want to be the start of something. I don't know.
I guess
Maybe
whatever.
maybe
You're not
Netflix
giving
came to
me
them,
you're not even giving me a chance to talk here.
John.
Oh, I mean, nope. I'm done. This conversation's over.
Maybe Netflix came to them and say like, look, these are 5 of our Netflix IPs that we want games made of, and we want you to choose, whichever you want to start with after Oxenfree 2 comes out. And maybe that was
Okay.
enough to make them want to do it.
I just don't see the benefit for both sides out of this. If there's no exclusive deal, if you're still just going to release it everywhere, if you could just make a deal with them in general, be like, hey, here's our IP, make this game.
I mean, it just makes sense for Netflix to buy a studio rather than forming their own because they don't know anything about it.
No, but that's the thing. They could have just made a deal with them to make the game. They didn't have to buy them.
But they wanted to, John. They want to make games. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Why?
Because the world works in mysterious ways, John. I don't
Okay.
know. Let's get Mr. Oxenfree on the line. Beep boop 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 boop. He's on the
Hello?
line. He's on the line. Yep.
Hello?
Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Yeah, he just told me like in my earpiece here, he has no idea why they sold the company
Okay.
to Netflix.
Okay. Or why Netflix wanted them in the first place. Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait until like 10 years from now, like Netflix is just like this. It's like, no, coming out next week is the Netflix console. Everybody must have one.
Well, the thing that would make more sense is if they had a streaming service like Amazon and Google. Like those giant companies, they're like, "Hey, we're making this streaming service and we're acquiring studios and everything." I mean, we all have seen Google fail with that,
Oh
and
my god, I don't
Amazon.
even. I thinking of
Amazon is
Stadia. Thinking of Stadia just makes me mad, and I never even bought it.
yeah, but like, see, with those guys, I understand their moves and everything. Netflix just this just tells me there's a chance that Netflix is about to announce a gaming streaming service, which that would make so much more sense. That's where I'm getting from.
Possibly, but also it's like, why did Amazon make New World, right?
Because
Because they have
they've
Luna.
got they have development studios already, and they are making Luna.
I don't know, man. None of it
They
makes
they
sense.
that team that made New World, that is a team that they formed. They didn't just go out and buy them.
All I know is I can't wait till McDonald's buys fucking Turn 10 from Microsoft. I can't
You
wait.
know, KFC has a gaming console. Is
Yeah.
I,
Wait,
I
wait.
want to see that.
Is that an actual thing that's happening? Like,
I
I know
don't
that
know.
it was
It's
like a meme
probably a
for a
meme.
while,
It's probably a
but
meme.
but if that actually happened, oh
That
my
would be
god.
amazing.
All
I
right,
would buy
moving
it.
on, John. We
Yeah,
got
we
a
can move on.
tease from The Last of Us HBO show. They showed the first screenshot. Let me
Yeah,
pull that up here. It was on Last of Us Day.
yeah.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Very smartly renamed from Outbreak Day. Thank you for renaming that. Yeah, it is
Scroll,
a
scroll,
picture of
scroll.
Joel and Ellie from behind, and they're looking at an airplane while you pull that up.
Where is? Oh,
Uh,
here we go.
it looked good. I mean, the screenshot looked good.
I mean,
I don't.
like this image is the only image that they could have posted as the first image. You know what I mean? Because if they showed them from the front, people would have been like, "Oh, that looks nothing like Joel and Ellie." You know what I mean? Like people would
Yeah,
have just hated on it right away.
yeah.
Whereas
From
this
behind,
look, it
it
looks
looks
like
like
Joel
him.
and Ellie.
It
Like
does.
looks
Maybe
really cool.
Ellie's a little too tall, but yeah. I mean, it's there. What more is there to say about this? I kind of wish that they would have shown like more in the environment. Like, real quick, because I was trying to think of this. It's been so long since I played the first Last of Us. Was there a crash plane?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so this is something new for the show.
Yeah. I don't think they were ever in this open of an area in the first game either.
No, no, it was always
Like
cities
in a city of some sort. Yeah.
and very cramped locations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, this first shot is very interesting to me. It's crazy that we have this already, considering that like it doesn't feel like that long ago that they were announcing the cast of the show, right? Like that was just like 6 months ago.
I feel like it was even less than that, wasn't it? It feels very recent. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, like
Um,
it's surprising that we even have this screen, unless they just
I
like,
unless
unless they
they started filming and then announced the cast, maybe.
or they just took this one picture like as just like I don't know, like get because I think sometimes when they do like TV production, they get the cast together and like outfit them and stuff, and so maybe
Hmm.
this is just like a promotional thing they did.
I don't know. This one really feels like they're on set. To me, it does. Obviously, we don't know. Like all they say
Who
with it is
knows?
look for the light. I don't think there's been any other information put out on it.
Yeah, but regardless, looks really cool. I'm excited for. I mean, it's HBO, right? HBO doesn't make bad TV shows typically, so
I don't know. I've only watched Game of Thrones through them.
so it's not setting a high bar.
What? Game of Thrones was awesome.
Yeah, until the last season.
Yeah, I never watched the last season.
Well,
So
there you
it's
go.
awesome.
There
It
you
stayed
go.
awesome. It was
Well,
awesome
John,
all the way through.
I am gonna advise you right now to never watch the last season of
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Only watch the first 7 seasons. You
Yes.
fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to
Oh,
quick news, John.
yeah, let's do it. Whatever.
All right. God of War Ragnarok was delayed so Chris Judge could recover from surgeries. He tweeted
Yeah.
this like in the middle of the night last night.
Hmm.
Like you could tell from the tweet that he was like he's been holding this in because he feels bad. You know what I
Well,
mean?
the reason why he tweeted this is because there are a lot of assholes out there that are
Well,
attacking
yeah.
the Ragnarok developers,
Yeah,
and
and it's
we've
not
had
their fault.
we've had Cory Barlog come out and say, "Hey, direct the blame towards me and everything," and then Chris Judge came out and said, "I'm the reason why this was delayed." He, what did I don't have the tweet pulled up. He said
I
it
think he said he
was,
had to get surgery on his hips, and then they also
yeah,
had to do surgery on his knee.
yeah, it was a lot. Um,
Yeah.
so
And so
apparently, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so that's why Ragnarok was delayed. But in my mind, fucking good for Sony Santa Monica, man. Like
Dude, this
that's
makes them look so fucking
I
cool.
dude, I know it does because like they could have easily just like scapegoated and just told everybody like, oh, we had to delay it because of this one person. Instead,
Mhm.
they're like, no, like we're gonna rally behind the fucking person. We're not gonna move forward without him. Like he is like the heart of the game, essentially.
He's Kratos, so
Yeah,
yeah.
and like, do you know how easily they could have found somebody like around the same size as him to like,
Mhm.
you know, perform like the acting
The motion
for
capture,
yeah,
yeah,
the motion
and then
capture so
just
that
have
he
him
could just do
voice.
the voice. But
Mhm.
like, but they said no, fuck that. Like that's our guy. We're gonna go with him. We got to do
Yeah.
it. So yeah, good for
Judge is
Sony
just
Santa Monica.
awesome in general, and this just makes Sony Santa Monica look even better than, I mean, they already look to everyone. But also, don't be an asshole. Don't attack people on the internet just
Yeah, for
because a
real.
video game was delayed.
Honestly,
Fuck
this
off.
also this also looks good on Sony because like Sony
They could
Santa
push them.
Monica, yeah, they're reporting to Sony. So they had to at one
Mhm.
point Cory Barlog sat in a meeting with fucking the higher ups at Sony and said, "Hey, we don't want to continue without this guy." And Sony was probably pushing back at one point saying like,
Yeah,
"Well, you need to release the game this year."
I was just gonna say, if Sony were the pushback, I could totally see Cory Barlog getting in their face and be like, if
Yeah.
you do this, I walk," or something like that. Like
Yeah.
he could. I
That's
really feel
awesome.
like he has enough pushing power to fight back against bad decisions like that.
Yeah. And it's all because of his internet presence, man. Like you don't really see like game dev studio heads that active on Twitter and stuff.
He's so cool, man.
He's a
Cory
cool dude,
Barlog's
man.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
cool. Moving on, Blue Point Games is officially part of Sony PlayStation Studios, which is no surprise because this kind of leaked a while back.
Yeah.
So it's just official now.
Yep. It's official. Would have been cool if
Um,
these guys were making Twisted Metal remakes. Oh well. Do you
one of the
think they will ever make anything besides remakes?
one of the things they said is that they're working with original content,
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Good for them.
but like there's still speculations like original content in remaking a game or like original content like original IP because normally they would come out and say like it's an original IP or something. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that
The
would that
phrasing is
would
weird.
be that would be that does sound like a reboot situation. So
Yeah,
maybe
it's
like
maybe
Sly
Twisted
Cooper.
Metal reboot. Who knows? Maybe Metal Gear
Please,
Solid reboot.
please.
Who knows?
Not the Metal Gear. Who cares about Metal Gear?
Moving on. Some Xbox insiders can now try console streaming through XCloud.
Yep.
Um, it's surprising it's taken this long for this to become enabled, but glad that it's here.
Yep. This is the very early days of it. If you're in the like first two insider groups, you can do it. I'm in like the fourth, I want to say. So it's coming and it's going to be here. Usually with this kind of stuff, the next round of insiders would get it within a month, I believe, if everything goes according to plan. Uh, they did say it's coming this holiday, I believe, the console
I think
streaming.
so.
So
Yeah.
this is sounding like a November thing. I think they want to push this out just before Halo Infinite releases.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Next up, Battlefield 2042 beta is coming October 6th through 9th. That's just next week.
Yep. First two
Um,
days are early access. Last 2 days are for everyone.
yep. I'm excited to try it out, man. I can't wait to
Yeah.
get my hands on that.
Yeah. I believe you get in the early access if you pre-order or you have EA Play. But of course, if you have EA Play, or if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you have EA Play, so you can get
Yeah,
in.
exactly. I'm excited to see like if you could tell why it was delayed. You know what I mean? Like if there's some like very like noticeable bugs in this beta to where it's like, oh, it was delayed because of
It was
this.
only pushed back a month. I wouldn't think so. I would hope not.
I mean, who knows?
I mean, what we'll be playing on is an older build, so there might be some bugs, but I wouldn't think anything that would tell you, oh, because it's still pretty close to launch. When is it releasing? November 15th, something like that.
I think so. Yeah, mid-November.
So a little over a month away. There's going to be some bugs they can fix, but not like anything that would be massive like that. I don't know. Who knows?
Not me.
Not
Moving
you.
on,
That's
Super
for sure.
Nintendo World has a Donkey Kong expansion coming in 2024.
Unless any other pandemics pop up.
Yeah, aren't they building one of these in the US? Or is there
Yep,
one
Orlando.
planned for Orlando?
Yep, it's a Mario one. I
The thing
believe.
is,
Actually, I don't think they've announced what it is yet in Orlando.
either way, so the Mario one in, was it Japan,
Yep,
right?
it's in Japan. Yep.
Like the pictures like make it look like it's really small, doesn't it? Weren't we
Oh,
talking about this
that
before?
thing is cramped. Yeah, the videos and everything.
Yeah.
That's a small area, but they're like taking over another lot for the Donkey Kong expansion. They're
Okay.
not building it into what's there. They're adding on to it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Moving on, the October PlayStation Plus games are as follows: Hell Let Loose for the PS5, and that is, I think, the day the game launches.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat X on PS4 and
Good game.
PGA Tour 2K21 for the PS4. I'm
This is
excited to try
better than
Hell
they've
Let
been
Loose.
lately. I haven't seen anything on Hell Let Loose. I don't know anything about
I
it.
So it's like a World War II first-person shooter, but it's more
Okay.
sim-like than Battle. It's like a Battlefield game kind of, but it's more sim, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Mm,
That's how it was
okay.
described to me, but we'll see.
It's free. Might as well give it a try, I guess.
And then on the other side of the spectrum, the Xbox games with gold for October 21 are Arrow, Hover, Castlevania, Harmony of Despair, and Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I have not played any of those games.
I haven't either, but I do want to try that Resident Evil game because that's one of the few I have not looked at all.
Yeah, I heard that it's cool, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Collectibles, John, I got a new one.
Oh, let's hit it because I do not have one.
I bought this bad boy at Target
Oh
last
yeah,
week.
that is a new one, isn't it? You
Yeah.
had just the mask, right?
Yeah, so Target had Wario64 tweeted Target had 40% off Halloween costumes. And this
Uh-huh.
was one of the things. So I think I paid like $27 for this.
That's not bad at all. That looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but like if you were up close to it, it's real shitty, man.
No,
Like I don't know if you can see, you can
it
kind of
looks
see it
good on
glistening.
camera.
You see like the glue like glistening on the green right here by my finger.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
There's that. The visor's like just like not glued in well. Like if I
Uh,
if I lift up a little bit, the visor's just like, I don't
oh,
know.
yeah, that does look cheap.
It's definitely cheap, but
So what
like
you're saying is I still have the best Master Chief helmet. Gotcha.
to sit on my shelf for, just to look at, worth the
It's good.
$27.
I gotcha. I'm trying. So after I made my Nintendo 64 video yesterday, I realized how much I've been wanting to get more boxed N64 games, and I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
heard you
bid
talking
on
about it.
some. I'm trying to bid on some Super Smash Brothers box copies.
Are you
It's
going
not
you
going
going to
well
that
lately.
that Goodwill site? You check that out?
I haven't checked that out lately. I've been doing it on eBay. I'll have to check that
Yeah, prices are typically lower there.
sometimes.
Yeah, that does it for collectibles. I'm gonna have more next week. Spoiler alert. Um,
Ooh, don't
what
tease
have you
us,
been
baby.
playing, Johnny boy?
I was playing the Halo Infinite, what do they call it? Technical flight this
Technical
last weekend.
preview.
Technical preview. Yeah. This was my first shot at playing Halo Infinite. I didn't get into the first
What'd you think? What'd you think?
test.
What'd you think?
Oh goddamn, this is a good game. This
It's
feels
so
really
good.
good. Oh
It's so
man,
good.
it just feels brilliant. It absolutely does. So the first night there was 2 maps, and then they added on a third one. There
I
might
didn't
have been
play, so
3. All right, there was Bazaar, the factory one, Behemoth was the one added on. Is there another one? I don't remember. Whatever. Man, it feels good. Capture the Flag feels as good as it has ever felt. There was a new game mode in there, Strongholds, I believe it was called, where it's like domination, but instead of capturing a point to score, you have to capture 2 of the 3 points, and then your team will start scoring. So it's just constantly each team fighting over getting 2 of the 3 points. Um, yeah, man, this game feels great. The guns felt awesome. Well, most of them. I didn't like the heat wave that much, which is
I didn't even try it.
it's a rifle that shoots out like 6 blasts at once. I wasn't a big fan of it, but
Oh, actually,
battle
I did
rifle
try that. I did try that in the last preview.
battle rifle felt amazing. The commando is like it's like a mix of the AR and the BR. So that felt really good. I love that gun. Man, there's a lot to like there.
Yeah, so I didn't play that much this weekend. I was out of town for a wedding, so I played one game Friday as soon as it went live during my lunchtime.
Hmm.
And then I played one game Sunday, one or two games Sunday, and I think one of them was with you, and that's all I was able to play.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, like, I already know I love it. I know I'm gonna love it when it comes out, so like I didn't feel like the need, I guess. I was just so exhausted on Sunday to where I was like, I can't play anything right
Hmm.
now. But I'm definitely excited this weekend for Big Team Battle.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think that's gonna show us a lot of what this game's gonna be because one of the things I love most in Halo is just getting in a group of a bunch of people and just playing. And Big
Hmm.
Team is where that's at.
Big team
So
battle is it's probably my favorite because you have the big team matches in like Call of Duty and Battlefield. I think Halo is where I love it the most, though.
yeah, and isn't it 16v16? No, 12v12 in Halo Infinite, where
I
it
believe
used to
so,
be 8v8.
something like that.
So
Yeah, yeah, they've knocked it up a bit.
yeah, very exciting. While I am excited to play it this weekend, I've been playing Master Chief Collection more. I want to try and finish the seasonal challenges of this previous, season 8. I think they're on, or season 7. Can't remember. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've just been enjoying it. I've been playing it on PC to try and get ready for Infinite because I want to play Halo Infinite mainly on my PC, and I'm kind of bad at PC games, so practice makes perfect, right? So I've been playing that. Maybe I'll play more of that tonight and stream it. Who knows? What else you been playing, John?
So I've been playing a lot of games that I've just kind of gone back to and just picking up again randomly. Like I bought Dragon Ball Z Kakarot again, and I was playing that for the last few hours, and I couldn't remember what I'd done for the past week after that. But I've been mostly been playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep uh, on the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix uh, thing.
Isn't
Yeah,
that the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix?
yep, that's
Isn't
it.
that the full name?
1.5 plus 2.5 remix.
Because
Not
those games aren't confusing enough.
it's not Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
Stop talking before I just cut your mic.
um, but no, I've been playing Birth by Sleep on there again. I've played it multiple times in the past, and it's still really good. It's still not my favorite Kingdom Hearts game because I'm not as big of a fan of the deck system that they have worked in there. But it's still pretty fun, and I've been putting a lot of hours into that. Um, Before we get on to what you have also been playing, in the past week, I have had reviews for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania and Kenna Bridge of Spirits go up on GamePro.com. So you can see what I thought about those games there. Super Monkey Ball, just a quick overview. I thought it was an amazing celebration of the past. It's got the best of the series condensed into this one game. Loved it. My first Super Monkey Ball game I've ever played. Really enjoyed it. And then Kenna Bridge of Spirits. This was one of my most anticipated games of the year. Gorgeous cutscenes and everything. Pixar game quality. Really didn't like the combat. That really knocked it down.
Oh no, I lost John for the first time in 2 weeks. I can't hear him. But I know from talking to him he really liked Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and that he didn't like the combat all that much. But
Oh, did
he
I cut
still
out
loved the
there?
game. Yeah, you cut out. But you still like the game, right, John? and you loved the
Kenna?
cutscenes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
All right. The last game I've been playing is Hot Wheels Unleashed. We briefly talked about it at the top of the show. Yeah, this game's a ton of fun. Like, it's just, I don't know, just an arcade racer, and they just kind of
Mhm.
nailed it for what they could do with the Hot Wheels franchise, I'd say. It's a lot of fun. Graphically, it's great. There is a track builder that's pretty in depth, which is pretty cool. Um, the only gripe I have about it, and me and John were talking about it last night while we were playing Halo, is that you in the single player mode you find you pretty much you do a race and you have to go to an adjacent race to that, whatever's connected to it. And you'll get to a point to where you're blocked by these secret like tiles on the map, and it gives you a hint at what you have to do to unlock that tile. And typically it's doing a specific race on the map that you've already done with a specific car. But the downside to that is that you have to either have already unlocked the car or grind gold coins to buy blind boxes to open them and hope you get the car, or hope that the car comes on like the store rotation every 4 hours. It just is very frustrating. Um, but
Yeah, that
I'm loving
sucks.
the game. I'm loving the game otherwise. That mechanic itself just feels like they threw it in there just to kind of slow people down from completing the whole game like in one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, like the game's a lot of fun. Me and John played some multiplayer, which is cool. They put user created tracks online for you to try out, along with some game created tracks, which is cool.
My
Um,
complaint with Hot Wheels Unleashed, though, is that multiplayer, because in the private lobbies, it was just you and me in there. I couldn't turn on AI. All you can do is invite other players. We did find out after we recorded that you can jump into a public game and then bring a friend in there after inviting them.
yeah,
But it's a very Nintendo like situation where, like, if you want to play public games with your friends, someone has to go in and then your friend has to join them. If the lobby's filled up, they have to wait until the next race. There's no
yeah.
party system.
In the private lobby, what I would like to see if they ever update it at all is that the host can choose whatever track they want.
Yeah,
I don't want to hit race and then it's just like, all right, here's four random tracks, choose one of the four. Like no, like
yeah. It gives you
what if
it,
I
it
made a really cool track, right? And I want to show it
yeah.
to you. How do I show it to you without telling you like, hey, go download it and try it yourself?
Yeah, my biggest problem with that is it was like 5 tracks each time. The first 2 are game created ones, and then the last 3 are user created ones, which who knows if you're getting quality out of that or
Yeah,
not.
well, yeah, in like I remember at one point one of the user created ones was literally just like start finish
Yeah,
because
it was
like
just a straight line.
because somebody was trying to get the trophy, which is
Yeah,
what I did. So I can't
yeah.
even be mad at it. But it's
Might have
dumb
been
that they
your
would.
track.
It's dumb that they would put that in like. There should be some sort of filter where like it has to be so long. You know what I mean? For them to add it
Yeah,
into that rotation. But
yeah.
it's a fun game nonetheless.
Yeah, it's fun. It really, I think it's just a basic racer, but they get the feel right. Like, there's nothing really making the racing stand out apart from other racers. It's just follow the track, use boost when you got it, and drift
Yeah,
around corners. Like, there's nothing special there. It just feels good to do.
yeah. Yes, it does. With that, we are going to end episode 161. I had to burp of the Pixel Street podcast. Thanks so much for watching or listening to the podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Pixel Street and check out our pinned tweet there to see where you can find us all over the internet, including Discord, where me and John will be posting this weekend for people to play Halo with because Big Team Battle is much more fun with friends. Also,
Absolutely.
subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch us play Hot Wheels Unleashed, like we just talked about. That video went live today. Who wins, me or John? It was me. Um,
It was John.
but yeah, youtube.com/pixel street videos to check that out there. Make sure you subscribe. Let us know how we're doing on the show. What do you want to hear more of? What do you want to hear less of? More Hot Wheels, less Hot Wheels, let us know. You can also join our Discord. I already talked about that, but join it anyway. I'm just going through the list here. Yeah, leave us any feedback you have, positive or negative. We like to hear it all just so that we can try and make the show as best as possible. You can find me on Twitter at Campo63 or twitch.tv/Campo63. John, where are you at on the internet?
On Twitter, I am at Revek Shadows, and you can find my writing on GamePro.com. Like I said, Kenner Bridget Spirits and Super Monkey Ball Mania reviews went up this week. I will also be covering Back for Blood here within the next couple weeks. Very excited for that. That is the big one for me this year. But other than that, I'll be covering Halo pretty hard this weekend and until it
Halo.
releases. So yeah, check there.
And we love our Halo. We'll be right back here next week for episode 162 of the Pixel Street Podcast.
Bye.